Welcome to the magic world of Madison Square Garden Center.
Number 23, Pete Maravich, by Woody Jenkins. Maravich, oh Maravich, love to fake, love to score. Love to hear the people roar. Just a boy of 22, you made a name at LSU. And much more yet to do. Maravich, oh Maravich, try to guard you 2-on-1. There's no way to stop your gun. People came to see you score. Fake one man and then fake two. You turn to shoot and it falls straight through. And listen to the people roar. This is what we found of Pete Maravich in the vault. We opened the door of the vault hoping to uncover memories that we haven't seen in a while, or perhaps in some cases we've never seen before. That's exactly what we found going back to the 70s as we uncover what happened with the career of Pistol Pete Maravich. On the court, we know that he scored 68 points, an NBA career best against the New York Knicks. We will show you that. We know he was traded to the New Orleans Jazz and made a debut at Madison Square Garden where things didn't go as well. We will also show you that. Plus other highlights that we have. Now, the video's not great, but no one has a better look at one of the greatest players to play the game of basketball than we do in our vault. We'll start things off with a thought of him as a collegian when he averaged 44 points a game. It's unthinkable. And a little bit later, we'll talk about his life off the court with author Mark Kriegel and Earl the Pearl Monroe. But at Madison Square Garden as a collegian, we think he played twice. What visual evidence of that do we have? The answer is not much. The sharpshooter from LSU arrived with big plans for the 1970 NIT tournament at Madison Square Garden. He said New York is the place for basketball. This is a basketball town. But big baskets would not come easy in the Big Apple. And though LSU would win 2 games at the Garden, the NIT proved to be a bad dream for the Pistol. He was held to a season-low 20 points in a 101-79 loss to Marquette in the semifinals. Here's a man who knows what Pete Maravich looked like at Madison Square Garden in full living color. He is, of course, Dean, the Dream Manager. Mark Kriegel will join us later. He wrote this book, and in it, Al McGuire says of Pete Maravich, he's good, but I'd take Dean Manager against him one-on-one up in Harlem any day. That's high praise.
It is very high praise. Pistol was a great player, and in the open court, there was no one better. And the first time I saw Pistol play at the Garden, he was our next opponent, and he threw a full court pass behind the back, full court.
So were you fixated on defending him in your semifinal matchup? I mean, you had Al McGuire whispering in your ear, I'm sure, at Marquette, telling you what you had to do to defend him.
Well, I was kind of mad the fact that he got a big ovation than I got in the introduction. I'm a New York City guy, and I played in Madison Square Garden a number of times from the time I was at Rice High School, and played against Tommy Owens and John Roach, who subsequently played in the pros too. And but that was a motivating factor. But our design was to stop Pistol. He was averaging 44 points a game, and the team did a good job. I was on him part-time, not full-time.
Held him to 20 points. Now, how did Pistol Pete give you root canal?
Oh boy, one night in Atlanta, and we were playing the Jazz, and one of the things I do is I analyze players' tendencies, and Pistol would only shoot amazingly going right off the dribble. And I would play on his right side, play his right hand. And he turned around and gave me a shot, an elbow to my mouth, and that was then my night. And but I respect Pistol Pete. He's a great player.
Thanks, Dean.
Thank you.
Remembering Pistol Pete with Dean, the Dream Manager. When we come back, Mark Kriegel will join us here in the vault. He wrote a book to chronicle Pistol Pete's life.